as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. As they say, literally, no days off, baby. No days off. Come on with it. One thing we all adore. We're live like 95. Come on, baby. Yup. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? Come on. From my studios to yours. Stand tall or not at all. Slap all of the haters. Come on, baby. Come on with it. All right. Let's go, baby. Come on with it. Stand tall or not at all. Come on, baby. Mama said.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy. Let's see if that factors in.
2, and I will tell you 1. All right. Come on with it. All right. I'm always thinking, I hope that the Joneses are. We got a lot of things that's got to manifest and we got to have here. But to be fair, we can't win or lose this weekend because we are on our bye and it's still no days off. Shout out to you, Slick 81. Shout out to you, Lord Nova. Come on with it, Freddie Morales. Come on with it. Come on with it, Alina La Raza. Come on, baby. All right, and we are 3-3 boys. 3-3 boys. Put 3-3 boys in the chat. It's not over with. The fat lady is not singing. She is not at the crib, and she's not about to sing, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you, Doc. The thing is of it all, the Cowboys heading into this bye week, we got to have a point. You know, as Jerry would say.
What's your point?
Well, Jerry, say it again.
What's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
So what? Jerry, this is my point, man. Don't beat me up, Jerry. The point is, Jerry was hot that day. Let me hit it one more time.
What's your point? What's your point?
Jerry.
Okay, so what?
So what? The point is, if we want to get this thing going, sometimes blessings will fall right at your feet. And you got to be unstubborn to make things happen. That's our point.
What's your point?
Jerry, hold on, Jerry. Damn, man. Yeah. So she's humming, though, Corey. You know, that fat lady, she's humming, and she can sing. She can flat out sing, too, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even hold y'all against that big lady. She can sing, and we just got to be ready to not allow her to sing, because once she get to singing and everything, it's pretty much one of those things. No. Come on with it. Woo! Come on, baby.
What's your point?
All right. So hush, lady. Don't be warming up over here. We 3-3. We not 0-6 or what have you, like most people try to get us to feel like. But it is terrible at the crib, but we gonna have to figure that out, ladies and gentlemen. But my point is here, Alvin Kamara has formally requested a trade. And the Saints are heading to the rebuild within the extremely aged roster. Like they're looking to rebuild. Literally. Although they came out guns a-blazing, they beat the brakes off of us, and they had their parade. They haven't won a game since then. Now, Kamara is of the age of Ezekiel Elliott, right? And like my guy said, he got 10 grand on the table if you can find any trash tape of Zeke or that he's watched, he's willing to put 10 bands out there. But I'm not finna go to that degree. But I'm telling y'all, we better not sit back and watch the Buffalo Bills go get Ivan Kamara, or the Kansas City Chiefs, or Denver, or Los Angeles, or the Cincinnati to a degree to go. The Saints are seeking a third-round pick or better, pick swap, basically, for Alvin Kamara. Now, I know that this year we used a third-round draft pick for Cooper Beebe, right? And the year before that, y'all can break down all of the third-round draft picks that we done used and utilized. But I'm telling y'all, man, Jerry gonna have to figure out ways that we can't hold on to these picks forever and expect for them to give us different results. Because at the end of the day, I'm old enough to remember that even Mike McCarthy been MK Ultra'd over here, because this is what he said back in March. And I'm going to pull this clip up. Let me see. Yeah. While I'm pulling this up, y'all bear with me, because Jerry Jones can't just be sitting here still. At some point, we got to make something happen.
In a second and third year jump. I'm a big believer in a second and third year jump. We have some young players. We got some guys coming back off of IR that were young players that we're excited about. So we are definitely improving. We're just not part of the free agent market right now.
So is that what Cowboys fans can hang their hat on, the fact that there are guys coming back that are going to be getting better, because people keep waiting for the Cowboys to make moves?
Well, I think that, and also there's a lot left. So it's you'll probably have a market right before the draft or post draft, and then you got your June 1st market, and obviously we'll have another draft class. So I have great confidence in our roster.
Hey, he got confidence. That's all we can lean on. Now, granted, with everything that the Cowboys been doing as far as the offseason, this is what they do, baby. And it's been like that for the last 28 to 29 years. They don't dance a lot in free agency, especially since the Brandon Carr thing. So, hey, we'll see if whether or not my guy is MK Ultra'd over here, Mike McCarthy. So that video was done back in March, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm of the belief that when you make a mistake, that's cool. Everybody made mistakes. Everybody made bad decisions. But at some point, we have to sit back and say, all right, hey, we are not satisfied with where we at. The Dallas Cowboys, we are the 27th ranked offense. Let that sizzle down in your mind. 27th ranked in offense. 31st ranked in defense. Our best unit is the special teams. Shout out to Brandon Aubrey, right? And we are so bad that even with the leg of Brandon Aubrey, hell, we can't even get to our side of the 50. This brother is in field goal range once we get to our 50. Meaning that we can't even move the ball. And at some point, we got to realize and say, hell, at least we should be scoring more points if we can just get to the 50. And we can't even do that.
What's your point?
My point is, Jerry, we need help. We need more than just this.
Please come home.
What we got?
I got beans and bologna.
As much as we got beans and bologna, at some point, Jerry, we got to spend money. Look, I get it. We got anywhere between $24 to $27 million available to spend. And we want to hold on to that money for tomorrow. Now, I'm old enough to remember back in the day we used to read this good book, and it was talked about the talents, and it was a parable, right? And for those who take that money and put it in the ground and say, hey, we just going to wait for next year, bull sugar. Give the money to the exchangers, right? You got to make moves now because tomorrow's not promised to you, you know? And they said the one that said, hey, I'm just going to take my talent and bury it for next year, you're a wicked servant, right? That's what the book said. So you got to make the money move for you. You know, that's my point right there, Jerry. Yeah.
What's your point?
So what I'm saying is, Jerry, is that we can't just sit back and say the money that we have now is for next year, for Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons may not be here next year. And I'm not saying that into a sense, but we got to make sure that we take care of things now. You know, Michael Parsons, we're saving the money, and then all of a sudden XYZ things happen. Are you trying to win for 2024 or you trying to win for 2027, 2028? That's my point.
What's your point?
So we got to do more than we can't sit down and say that we want let's say here a tomahawk steak but with beans and bologna pricing. No. Fried the bologna with cheese? Nah. So with that being said, Cowboy Nation, we got to make some type of efforts to particular move. And the Cowboys been stuck in the mud. Now, I got some solutions. I'm not going to just beat up this team. And in my solutions, of course, you see Alvin Kamara. You see a DK Metcalf. You see a number 98 Jeffrey Simmons. Why do I have those guys on this particular situation and not an offensive lineman? Well, I truly believe that if you get somebody or bring somebody in with the dynamics of an Alvin Kamara, you'll be able to go a little bit further. I do believe if you have the talent or the skill set of someone like, dare I say, a DK Metcalf, that will at least honor respect. We have zilch respect out there. Let's listen to these boys.
Hey, Kurt, tell me about the defense. Like, what was the game plan? Y'all was strapping them boys.
Bro, the game plan really, it was really just like, just take 88 away. Like, we know he's a playmaker, so like once we take him out the game, like we wasn't really worried about nobody else.
BB baited the hell out of Dak.
That's fighting words, man. We take away CD Lamb and we don't have to worry about anyone else. Here's what I do like from my guy, J-Tuck. Him, DMV, they did a great assessment on CD Lamb routes and what have you, and the coaching staff. You know, when it's something new, it's harder to decipher because it's new. You don't know the tendencies. You don't know the concepts or the principles. And last year, indeed, it was a situation and scenario that when Mike McCarthy rolled out his new offense, and it was the Tex Coast, and we kept some percentages of Kellen Moore, what ultimately happened is that teams didn't have a bunch of tape on what Mike McCarthy liked to do outside of what he did maybe 8 years ago, 5 years ago, etc. But when you are a top 5 offense, that's who teams study all offseason. They are preparing themselves to take away what you do best, and they force you to play left-handed when you're right-handed and force you to play right-handed when you're left-handed. And that is exactly what's going on. I absolutely understand what my guy is saying here in this excerpt. It's about 1 minute and 39 seconds. Let's play this excerpt right quick. Let me put Jerry Jones back up top. Yeah.
What's your point?
Well, let's listen to the point right here, Jerry. Let's listen to it right quick.
So this is just some of the examples that I'm talking about with the Cowboys being very predictable on the offensive side of the ball, right? So here we are. We all know what happened on this interception. So we're going to come down a bunch left, and we're going to run this 7 curl flat route concept right here to CeeDee Lamb. And, of course, we know that Brian Branch is going to make a hell of a play right here and make an interception on it, right? So we all know that play happened. But how is this going to be so predictable? Let's go to Cooper Rush, right? Okay, so here we are. It's Cooper Rush, and Dak Prescott is out of the game, so this ain't got shit to do with Dak. It's all Cooper Rush. So we're going to come out in the form of bunch up top to the right. And what's going to be the concept? You're going to have, I think this is Jalen Tolbert. He's going to run a whip route. And then you're going to have Kevontae Turpin try to run another 7 route. And what's going to happen? Well, doesn't matter because the Detroit Lions are all over that shit, right? So they are predicting that once we get in the red zone, things tighten up, and the Cowboys are liking to run these 7 routes. So how are they guessing this, Tuck? Well, it's probably just film study like we're doing right now. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns game. So here we are. We are versus the Cleveland Browns, right? Week 1, we're going to come out in trips left, and where the Cowboys going to run once they're kind of in the red zone? They are going to try to get Braden Cooks on this 7 route, and they're going to do a good job running it because the Cleveland Browns got hit because they're sitting there in cover 3. But bam, there goes Braden Cooks. So if you're watching film, I feel like what's happening with the Cowboys is their offense is very stagnant and predictable, and the routes and the concepts that Mike McCarthy is putting on film that we showed last year, teams have picked up on our trends and they're able to jump it. Add that with the talent, add that with the lack of protection. It's just a recipe for disaster, but the Cowboys have to figure it out ASAP.
No doubt, great assessment by J Tuck on that. Time will always be our enemy. Write that down. There's only so much time in this world that we will have to be able to make corrections. You can't make up for less time or lost time that we have now outside of the talent. You need talent. Other teams going out there to accumulate more and more talent. I'm hearing that even to a degree, the 49ers, they getting pieces back. You know, somebody put a post out and said, yeah, all of these injuries with the 49ers, by the time they play us, everybody be suited up, ready. They got the B12. They drinking their vitamin water. They got the nutrients. They got everything. They've been walking around the earth barefooted, right? Somebody said, Law, your third eye open. Their third eye will be open when it's time for to play the Cowboys. So that's just what it is. They will have the talent. They will not come in with the excuses of saying, yeah, we only have this, we only have that. Have you ever noticed that, yeah, they have Brandon Ayuk, yeah, they have Debo, yeah, they have a run game. They got a scheme and a philosophy and a principle that, hell, you can put me back there and I can give at least 30 yards out there on the field because they have confidence in their scheme. The Cowboys don't. And when you're talking about Mike McCarthy, who's by far the head coach, plus the offensive coordinator, plus the counselor, plus everything, he don't know how to devote or put his time into right proper orders. That's why we are seeing some of these lack of efficiencies things that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So that's my point too.
What's your point?
Yeah, Jerry, that's my point. So offensive line got to do better. We got a chance. Shout out to Cowboys and Chill, Clarence Hill. Shout out to Andre Gerard. He was able to come out to this event at Kevin Smith Restaurant, and we broke down some of the things, the philosophy and the principles of this offensive line. Just for recap purposes, let's play this so that you guys can see it. And we're going to put King Jerry back up there on the top of things, and we're going to get right to it. Come on with it. Who's your best 5 on the front 5 on the offensive line? Who's your starting 5?
What offensive line?
Cowboys offensive line. Because you were telling me week 1, week 2, week 3. He was telling me. All right, before I go further, JD from DC says, year after year, the issue has consistently been lack of depth. When will we finally get someone who prioritizes depth over everything else? Here's what... That's a damn good statement there. Damn good statement before I hit play again. When you leaning on the youth, when you leaning on the youth in general, ladies and gentlemen, when you leaning on the youth, your youth supposed to be your depths. Your soldiers supposed to be your veteran guys or your seasonal guys. But by us being a draft to ready to play team, right? We lean on, because as it relates to a lot of things, we are, believe it or not, still one of the younger teams in the National Football League because we are so draft dependent. And remember, I always say, the new broom sweep the floor good, but that old broom get those corners. So what's supposed to happen is naturally, organically speaking, we supposed to have some youth guys to come in when our depths of our veteran guys are depleted. And we supposed to always keep our head on the swivel for a veteran guy, because the youth is only supposed to be in for a split second and they getting up out of there. But by it being inverse, we leaned on so much of the youth. Law, where you coming at with these type of things? We had 1 year of success with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. And we said to ourselves, we no longer need CeeDee. Well, we no longer need Amari Cooper. That's how the front office said to themselves. We no longer need help with weapons. You get what I'm saying? Whereas the Cowboys on a consistent cycle of always getting rid of instead of adding to. Unfortunately, we don't supposed to have two good things. Like right now, if we had the same situation as it relates to what the Detroit Lions are doing with Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, there will be a whole bunch, because we such a divided nation, like the Great Divide ice cream. Is really good, by the way, but we're such a divide. There will be people literally saying, hey, man, Jahmyr Gibbs is good, man. We don't need Montgomery. Why are we paying Montgomery? And Montgomery good. Why are we paying Jahmyr Gibbs? There will be literally us fighting each other based off of the media and everything else. There will be literally fights, right? There will be literally fights on so many things, even in the defense. There was times where people in the chat will say, we no longer need Diggs. We got a Bland. Bland is better than Diggs. We don't need a Diggs, And there are people that say, hey, we no longer need Bland. Now watch out for Carson's. If Carson keep this up, man, we can just shop Bland for some draft picks. So it's always us versus us, and the media throwing in that stuff, and we grab hold to the lowest number, right? Yeah, so that's just what it is, unfortunately. Right? We can't have good things. We always have to divide and conquer. Let's go back to this, but I appreciate you for your thoughts on this. Let's listen to him.
You got this plan, so bring it out the plan of what they need to do. You the coach, okay. you the GM. Who's your starting five right now?
Well, right now it depends on what you're doing. Are you playing for now? Or you playing for the future?
Now, right now.
If you're trying to win now, you're not playing Tyler Guyton left tackle.
Okay. I would agree with that.
You're playing Tyler Smith at left tackle. Really, the root of all the problems on the offense is the struggles up front.
Well, one thing you got to do with a struggling offensive line is you got to be able to run the ball.
Right.
Okay. And right now, it's looking like they're struggling running the ball, which means defensive lines are lining up because they know they can pin their ears back and pass it. So you got to get the run game established.
Okay.
With a line, with the pieces like you were saying, Tyler Guyton needs to be the guard. Tyler Smith needs to be the left tackle. You run your zone scheme. You get guys moving. You get the running back to be able to find lanes, cut up the field, and get positive yards.
Excuse me. So are you saying that you sliding Tyler Guyton inside as guard?
No.
No, I'm sorry. I said it reverse.
TJ Bass is going to be it would be the guard.
TJ.
Yes, TJ would be the guard. Guyton would be the tackle, right?
No, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Not Tyler Smith.
So where you putting Guyton at?
On the bench.
Shit.
You're not going to do that for a first round pick. But he's been that bad.
He's been that bad.
You can't.
He been so bad it's a healthy scratch.
Healthy scratch.
You can't do that.
They're looking for injuries to put him on the bench.
Well, let me break this part down. He's a rookie. He's a rookie playing one of the hardest spots in the world of all of football, and that's that left tackle. Got a super chat. Appreciate you so much. Law goes out to your mod, Chris Davis, passed away according to his daughter at the age of 42. We put our condolences to Chris Davis' family. we hope at the tender age of 42, we would say this, that, absent from the body is present with the Lord, and his time here has expired. And he's going into a place where there's no more weeping, there's no more pain, and no more suffering. So put prayers in motion, prayer emojis together for Chris Davis to pass away according to his daughter. And we really appreciate you, Sadiq Charles, for giving recognition to that. Yes, indeed. And salute to Chris. I believe I've spoken to him many times here on the nation. So sorry for the loss, and Chris, may God bless, and his family, and condolences out to him and the Davis family. Yes, indeed. Sad occasion, indeed, and definitely.
Can he play guard at all?
No.
Okay.
First of all, he was a right tackle.
He right tackle. Okay.
They moved to left
But
tackle.
what you gonna do with Terrence Steele? Well, move him then. Move Tyler Guy to move him to right tackle.
That's a whole lot of movement, though.
As a rookie, you're asking to do a lot.
How quick you can do that in the bye week? Can you install that within 1 week? You can't do all that.
So tell me, what do you think of the center? I said Cooper Beebe was the biggest, nastiest center the Cowboys have had since Andre Gerard, because he likes to dirt people.
My God, Clarence, how disrespectful is he to Travis Frederick on that one? But neither here nor there. The other point was the fact that Tyler Guyton is a rookie, right? He's a flat out rookie, and we have the expectation for him to play like Tyron Smith. If anything, if the Cowboys had in their mind that they was going to draft a offensive tackle year one, you want to slowly integrate him in. To the point, we all know how bad Doug Free played for many a moons, and Doug Free was the left tackle when Tyron Smith was drafted here. Who's old enough to remember that? And Tyron Smith was the right tackle, and they let him play a full year. And Tyron Smith wasn't a world beater at that time. He allowed a lot of sacks, I believe, a lot of pressures, even at right tackle. And then, but even at right tackle, he was still better than a Doug Free. And then what Romo came to the front office, I remember that interview, and he was saying that, hell, I can see on my right side. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about my blind side. Give me enough time to improvise. Let's make the switch. The damn quarterback had to tell the people, look, let's make the switch. Put Tyron Smith at left tackle and Doug Free at right. They did it that offseason. So it could be a situation that we have Terrence Steele and we have Tyler Guyton. Both of those boys are naturally right tackles. Tyler Guyton is a situation where he's learning a new role, right? And you can't make that switch during the season. But what Gerard said in this particular thing is that you want to cross-train them anyhow, because you just never know what's down the line here. And our tackles play's been really poor these first few weeks here. Been very, very bad. Let's listen to more what they had to say.
But the problem with that is you taking a dude who did what? Played guard in college. Now you're asking him to make a new position. So it don't matter how nasty it is, it takes time to figure it all out.
It does.
They added two linemen playing two different positions from college to the NFL, and they wonder why they struggled on the offensive line.
Okay.
But at the same time, your positioning as a professional lineman is that you're able to handle adversity. So if I play right tackle, I'm going to cross-train that right tackle and left tackle. Same thing with the guards. The center's got to be able to play guards too, because in a situation where there's a shuffle, somebody gets hurt,
right?
You're going to need somebody to come in the game to get you through that game.
Right.
So I might as well practice that now in the practice time, get guys developed, get guys ready, because anything can happen in the game.
No doubt, real good point. And then also shout out to Pittman on this one right here. He states that in Tyler Guyton defense, look at all of the elite pass rushers he's been going up against, and it's not going to get any better. He is definitely not lying. Boy, you ain't lying, because next task, Bosa. After that, you got Matthew Judon. And then after that, I think you got to play the Eagles, right? And then you may get a little pass from there. But if Brandon Graham is still playing, then I'm going to find a rookie and I'm going to put Brandon Graham on the rookie if I'm an Eagles guy. And then you got the Texans who got Daniil Hunter, if he's still healthy, and whoever else, Will Anderson, if he's still healthy out there. You got to, like this year, I truly believe that the NFL used Chat GPT and said how to make the schedule as difficult as possible for the Cowboys. And that's just what it is, man. This schedule right here is it's a rough one, man. And look, these teams got good. They were saying to themselves, okay, if the Cowboys want to bang on the table and say that they are 12-5, and did we finish last year as the number 1 or number 2 offense, respectfully speaking, right? In total yards and things like that. So teams do what they need to do to counter, So, and Jerry, what you say,
But what is your counter? What is your damn counter?
That's what we need to figure out now, Jerry. What is our counter to all of this? Jerry, it's a brutal schedule. And if we come out here, man, with one eye, with a few teeth, and we come out here with some nubs as hands, and we can walk still, it's a blessing,
But what is your counter? What is your damn counter?
So our damn counter would be this, Jerry. If we can do just that, come out with one eye, and if we can still breathe through our nose, we ain't mouth breathers over here. And if we can still hear, and if we can barely see, if we can be partially blind coming out of this schedule, boy, don't see us in the postseason. Woo! Because we'll be battle tested. We'll be more battle tested now than we ever been. Ever been. If we can somehow climb through this. Ain't that right, y'all? We're fighting with you, Jerry. He can't fire you, lawyer. Yeah, he can't fire me, man. He can put some cease and desist letters out there, though.
True that.
How much do coaching plays a role in that, like Mike Solari versus like a Bill Callahan or a?
Now, why you gonna compare Solari to the best offensive line coach in the game, dog? Come on, man.
I'm just trying to.
Now, why did OG check me like that, man? Why did OG check me like that, y'all? I love to do comparisons and analysis because that way we can get a middle ground. And Bill Callahan, if I'm going to compare anybody from an offensive line perspective to anything, is going to be the best. But I ain't want Taylor, to feel a certain type of way. So, I let him get me on that one, though. But, yeah, you're supposed to compare your concepts to the best. Let me know if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
But what is your counter? What is your damn counter?
See, he didn't let me get that off, you know what I'm saying? He let my guy skate it a little bit. But that's okay, man. Just okay. Well, I'm going to rewind just so y'all can get the whole concepts of everything.
Coaching plays a role in that, like Mike Solari versus like a Bill Callahan or a.
Now, why you gonna compare Solari to the best offensive line coach in the game, dog? Come on, man.
I'm just trying to throw it out.
No, just ask about Solari. Is Solari any good?
Is Solari any good?
From what I get from the guys, he's a very good coach. That's what I can say. There you go.
He used to be.
Used to be's don't make no honey.
I like that.
Used to be's make no honey.
Listen. Is he still that?
Are you asking me off of performance?
Definitely off of performance of what you see when you heard.
Yeah. There is some confusion. I haven't heard anything, but there's some confusion. But that can all be fixed. We can make things simple. It just looks like the guys are playing out there and they're thinking a lot without playing to react and keeping things simple.
You can't think on football.
You can't do
How much is that affecting the running game and what the running backs doing? I don't think the running backs are special.
It affects it a lot. If you're an offensive line, you need to be able to. I always say you need to be able to pierce the defense, either on the edges or down the middle. And if you're piercing the defense, then your run game can come alive. You can have a productive run game at 4 yards a carry.
Right. That's a successful run.
That's a successful run game right there. If we're getting 4 yards per carry, we can do this all day.
Man, if we can get 4 yards per carry, that's what I'm asking for. our longest run this year is 13 yards, right? Like we need to get more yards per carry. And at some point, whether it's Jeff Blasco's fault, Mike Solari's fault, whether it's this person, I'm going to say lean forward just a little bit from King Prophet. We're going to profit you right here. Lean forward just right there. Lean forward right here. God. Jeez. We need some type of reinforcements. We need to have these things fixed ASAP. Glenn Caper says Mike McCarthy got a lot of extra possessions last year because of Dan Quinn pressure on turnovers. We are not getting that now. Mike McCarthy is now more exposed. Okay. The more time you have the ball, the more time you figure out things. I can see that. I can see that. I'm thinking like yeah, that could be a situation and scenario. The bulk of our turnovers came from where? From who? Pressure. DeRon Bland, pick six king over there. He's coming back this week or next week, basically. Hopefully he can give us some of that. We have been depleted. Somebody hit me up earlier today and said, hey, Law, what about Max Crosby, right? Reason why I got Jeffrey, if it was a choice to get Max Crosby or Jeffrey Simmons, historically speaking, we have more issues from creating pressure from the interior versus the outside. And I wouldn't say that I would pass up Max Crosby for Jeffrey Simmons, but give me damn Jeffrey Simmons, right? I need the quickest spot to the field to get any type of impact on a quarterback is through the inside. So if the Cowboys can figure that out, right? But yeah, I will to a degree say that yeah, we are in a situation whereas the lack of turnovers, the lack of 3 and outs that we force on teams give us lack of opportunities. There's been a stat line out from Christy Scales, and she reported this, and I wish I had the time to extract the audio, that the opening team on this Cowboys team versus this Cowboys team, they scored not a field goal, but a touchdown 10 times out of 11 tries on their opening drive. So we playing behind the 8 ball every single game. And I was watching, Rewind Gang. I was watching Skywalker Steele and Voch Lombardi. They was on a podcast together, and they were saying, and they played a clip of Mike Zim coming out the gates and saying that he was this guy. He was panicking. He was pressing the panic button. And the last thing you want to hear is from the old guy, the person that you look for answers and resources from, is that he had said to himself and to the people publicly that he panicked. That's bad, man. Your leaders don't supposed to move. Your leader's supposed to say, hey, like a tree planted by the water, I'm going to be still. I trust my philosophy and scheme. If we die by a death of 1,000 cuts, we just die. But you ain't going to see me panicking. You know, Granddad always said, man, may he rest in heaven. He says, Law, never let them see you sweat. Yeah. Never let them see you sweat. And my granddad, with a second grade education, was one of the smartest men that ever graced this planet, right? Yeah, strongest grip ever. Can move, swear bells, or hey, just like this. You know, God don't make them no more. You know, but shoot, you know, and he said, never let them see you sweat. He grew up in an era they talked bad about him in any type of way. He was born in 1923, 1922, something like that. But had more wisdom and understanding of life than we can ever imagine, right? Way smarter than me, by the way. But I'm just saying. Mike McCarthy, Mike Zim, Mike Solari, all of these Mikes got to get it together, man. At the end of the day, maybe we only need one Mike. Or we can remix the song and say no mics, you know. All right, let's listen to more of what he have to say here. Appreciate all y'all support. Yeah.
So you was on a team when you had multiple different running backs.
Yes.
How did that affect you then?
Listen properly.
There's different running backs, different ways that they try to run the ball. So how did that do for you then?
We had to know what each running back did, what made them special. Marion Barber's he's a bruiser.
Yeah.
Downhill bruiser. Felix Jones, a lot of speed. He wants to get to an edge. As soon as he sees a crack, he's out. So you got to know how to set your block up. Tashard Choice, patient. He's a combination of both. He's going to read, see what's going there, and then he's going to hit it. So as an offensive lineman, you take the time, especially with the guys running the ball, to figure out what they see. How do they want to see it when we're blocking it? So
how difficult that is for two rookies then?
To perfect it, you have to continuously do it. Right. But to pick their minds to see how they see the play and how it's set up, that comes in meeting time and in practice.
Yeah, oh man, we do. Is that the case?
How difficult is that to do during game?
Yeah.
Because they got this rotation, and Zeke and Rico are different backs. And as you're blocking, do you block different because they have different styles? You know, Zeke is a bruiser, and Rico just runs up in there. Because you need that chemistry, and then you got to play off the offensive line. And do you block differently based on the back and how their running style?
They have special things that they can do, but what you wind up doing in the situation is it's the same blocking scheme. You know how this guy's going to hit the hole. Right. So if it's a downhill run and I got Marion Barber, I know that I'm going to stay on this block longer.
Okay.
He's going to be patient. If I got a guy like T-Choice, I got to be decisive and make a move because T-Choice is waiting so he can read. Right. Okay. If it's Felix Jones, I got to get to the edge right now. He's downhill. He's going to see a cut. He's gone. So it changes how you just approach. It's the same running plays, but you know what each running back wants to do.
No doubt. So with that being said, Gerard was just breaking down the fact that how difficult it is when you have different running backs, and you have to be on the same page with that, especially if it's not completely impossible when you have two rookies out there, but you got to understand these guys are thinking. They are not at the level that they can be comfortable to already know what Rico likes, already know what Ezekiel Elliott likes, or Deuce Vaughn to a degree, or Hunter Luepke. So by them continue to move in and add different parts to the table, that makes it difficult. And we are going through the growing pains with that. That's why when you have a Mike Solari, when you have a Jeff Blasco, who probably not even seasonal enough to even know what to do in those particular situations, you have the incomplete run game. You have those type of things. So I just wanted to explain that part out to you all and let you guys know that could be one of the issues here, collectively speaking, with this run game. Of course, we need talent. That's not even up for debate, right? Do Rico have enough talent? I think so. Do Zeke have enough talent? I think so. Do Hunter Luepke have enough talent? Yeah, I think so. But is it schemed right properly, right? Or are the offensive line guys, the front five, are they well equipped, right, to understand what's going on? And those are the problems here with Dallas land. I'm quite sure if you take Rico and put him on the 49ers, he will be just like any other guys that they have out there running. To a point and to a degree, even if you take Ezekiel Elliott up and put him on the other team like the 49ers or what have you, you see, damn, Zeke hitting the hole. He's getting the touchdowns, right? So that's what we have to understand and consider. Now, I ain't going to say this who told me this, but there was a situation that last year, vividly speaking, that Bill Belichick had to step in and veto a trade because there was a certain team that was looking for Ezekiel Elliott to join the Detroit Lions. But my guy, Bill Belichick, says no, because they saw value in Zeke, right, to use him as a short back. But we get it. I understand. This offseason, they had to re-solidify where their gap was at, and they went and got a Montgomery. They went and made sure that they solidified a run game because this is how it goes. Boys are trash this year. Jerry screwed up everything. This is Patrick Kaysen. I get what you're saying, bro, but it is what it is. The Cowboys, if we just make a few moves, we can get over this. I truly believe that even you guys will fall to the graces of saying that now all of a sudden Lamb is trash, right? That's the number one thing that most people say. Lamb is trash. Dak Prescott, oh my God, he can't hit water if he fell off a boat. He's trash. But when you look back at everything, when we look at scheme, philosophies, and principles, there's no one that can sit back and say, well, the Cowboys, they are in a beautiful philosophy, a beautiful system. Nah, we are in a system that don't have no rhythm, right? We are in a system that will play one song one day and then play another song the next day. Or even when a system that they will play like it's no rhythm at all to this particular situation. None. It's been like that. And the main person that I'm going to put blame on is not just Jerry, but it goes back. It goes back to this guy right here that I'm going to put his face up. You going to have to, in life, ask for the things that you know that you need. At some point, you can't be sitting back saying, I'm comfortable. I have a lot of confidence in my guys. You have to move some furniture around. I've said this during the offseason. It's up to these damn coaches to let the front office know that, hey, this guy can't bust through a wet paper bag. This guy, hey, this person right here, he can't catch. It's up to the coaches, too, to at least say to the Joneses, hey, I know that you like your guys, but we going to have to bring in some dogs. We going to have to bring in some difference makers. We going to. Because at this point, Mike McCarthy, he stated that the guys that we have now, we improving.
I'm a big believer in a second and third year jump. We have some young players. We got some guys coming back off of IR that were young players that we're excited about. So we are definitely improving. We're just not part of the free agent market right now.
So is that what Cowboys fans can hang their hat on, the fact that there are guys coming back that are going to be getting better? Because people keep...
This dude understood the assignment. Which one that is? Which one of that guy? That's Ian Rappaport or Mark Slayer? Who that guy is right there? I forgot who he is. But he stood on business with his assignment. So he was saying that basically, is that what we got to lean our hats on? That's what Cowboys... This was done in March. March. What month is this now? Do March come before or after April, May, June, and July? Let me know. You got long of a time. That's Adam Schefter. Yeah. I thought Ian Rappaport. Yeah. Adam Schefter. The video was done in March, ladies and gentlemen. You got April, May, June, and July. Come on with it. So in order, and it's the same thing. We had our reservations then, is what I'm trying to say. So in order for the Cowboys to get over this, they're going to have to wake up and let them know. And that's the point, Jerry. Jerry going to say, what's your point?
What's your point?
the point is, we got to get out here and make something happen. If not, we'll be still going through the same thing over and over again. All right, so I have to have a hard cutout at 12:30. We're going to open up the phone line, 12:30, 12:35-ish, and we're going to get things going this way. But before we get on up out of here, just want to let you guys know that, hey, there are times that you can hit the rewind button and things can happen to a degree. Let's talk about this.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Call Frenkel first, and they will get things in order. And that's what they're saying.
Call my phone,
hit the line. Because at the end of the day, there are situations that you may be in, and the ops will say, you okay, don't worry about it, let us take care of it, like the insurance company. But you want somebody with over 100 years of experience combined to fight for you and keep your name correct. On top of that, they are Dallas locally. So you're in the Dallas area, call Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyer. Come on. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Come on with it. Come on with it. From the 304, I know for sure, if he's ever in a jam, he gonna call the hotline for your mind. I got a Lou. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's good?
Not much, man. Yeah, what's good?
Man, this is the problem.
Uh-huh.
We weren't built for success to begin with. And this is the repercussions of us not doing it. You have these old 82-year-old GM, 82-year-old owner, 82-year-old everything, who's making all these decisions, but he still believes that his way is the right way.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for years. It's hard to get one of these old, these older gentlemen or family. You would understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To change their ways. Change their ways, and it's just showing. It's been showing year after year. It's not a coincidence that we haven't won anything. It's not a coincidence that we look good in the regular season and we fall in the postseason.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not disciplined and you don't have coaching, you will fail every time.
Yes, indeed.
He refuses. He refuses to get a coach that will actually make calls. He refuses to be updated in his playbooks and his calls and how they run offense today. They live off of the 90s, and he still believes that this is the 90s. Anytime we do good or do well, oh, this looks like the 90s, bro. That was 30 years ago.
30 years ago, man. And that's the number one issue is that we went from, and granted, Mike McCarthy is better than Jason Garrett. But we're talking about one or two games better, right? Jason Garrett 2-4 in his career in playoffs. Right now, we're looking at Mike McCarthy 1-3, right? So, and of course, the quarterback, the running back, the team itself, and the defense can all play a role in that. But your record is your record, and at some point, we got to look back into the sky mirror and say, hey, we need to bring in somebody with some skins on the wall or bring in some new creativity that can move around in their own way. But if not, we're going to continue to have the same thing over and over again.
Absolutely. And the problem, we'll go to that. One problem I have is that whenever you are a billionaire and you've gone through business, business has changed, the way people operate has changed, but you change with business, but you won't change in how you run your business.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. You've changed in business, whether that's with the internet, advertisement, Amazon.
Right.
You've changed in business. You've changed with the times. It's not that you can't, because you've shown that. If not, then that the Cowboys wouldn't be where they are if he didn't change with business.
Yeah.
But how he runs his business, he has not changed one bit. He still believes that this is the 90s. And
Man.
If he would have really believed this was the 90s, he would go back to how he did it the first time. He got a college coach that knew what he was doing.
Right.
He didn't. The head college coach that had, and he did what he was supposed to do as the coach, and then he changed the culture, and it was about the coach and the team, which it should be.
Man, hey Lou, man, you right on the point, man. I appreciate you for calling in, dog.
One last thing. I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I'm just a little with you when I heard the interview with Zeke's pops.
Okay.
I wish I would have actually discussed a little bit more with him, because granted, our O-line isn't what it used to be.
Right.
But neither is Zeke. And he's talking about, give me 10,000 for this, that, and the third. He was talking to you guys too, but he was talking, give me 10,000 to show me where Zeke is washed.
Well, hey Lou, he got 10 grand. He got 10 bands out there. So can you come together?
I got too much on my plate. I got too much.
What's your point? What's your point?
My point is go watch the damn game. He'll tell you that, to tell you everything.
Yeah. Now, are you a father?
Oh yeah, I got a 3-year-old.
You go to the edge of the earth defending that 3-year-old, and for sure, that's what a dad's supposed to do, man.
Right.
And that's just what it is, because the whole world almost split in half. Even with the Messiah, he said, "Hey, I don't need to drink this cup. If there's another way, is there somewhere else I can do this?" Right? So that's just how it is, man. People will go to the edge of the earth to defend their offspring. And I talked to Zeke, Father Stacy, off air about that, and he breaks it down. Whereas Zeke you would never see Zeke live up to their expectations with 3 or 4 attempts. He says, just saying, give him 20, give him 25, because he's a volume back. And I don't think that the Cowboys is ever or will be in that position to give Zeke that chance, because for one, Zeke is a slow starter as it relates to running the ball, and on top of that, we've been behind the 8 ball. We don't have time to experiment that, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah. That was his point, though, is that his counter is, okay, if you look at the first 3 plays from what's the guy name? Henry, he didn't get no explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? It took him damn near the 11th or the 12th play. So that's his counter. So that's the little insider to what he said about all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you also got to add in Lamar Jackson, who is getting first downs on his own feet. Dak is not doing that.
Dak is definitely Dak is no longer, in my opinion, a dual threat quarterback until he proves it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Dak.
That injury did it.
That injury did it to him, or he got something else on his mind. Dak gonna have to stop worrying about the injury and just go ahead and run for it. He got to run for it. Yeah. Go ahead.
And when you have, and just like you're a father. So
yeah.
Now he has his daughter. He just got engaged. Your thought process is totally different now. It's not just about football. It's about family. It's really about family, not just saying family football. It's really about it.
It is, man. But appreciate you, Lou. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Good call from. All right. So here's the other part of it. It's difficult, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is the hardest pill to swallow. It's difficult. Dak used to be a dual threat quarterback. There were plays where they did a read option, and Dak, all he have to do is read the edge rusher, right? And either Zeke gonna keep it or he pull it and run it. But he gives it to Zeke. He get hit at the mesh point. At some point, if y'all want to see the dual threat quarterback out of Dak, he's going to have to at least make them pay at least one time a game. One time a game. And I get it. Somebody going to be mad at me, send me 4 or 5 pages on how I'm wrong about Dak Prescott about that. But those are the things that I can't sit back here in this seat and lie to Luke Kane to y'all. Dak going to have to run and give some type of threat of the run. Dak going to have to also, even with these generic plays, throw one deep down the field. Just give me one deep pass to Kevontae Turpin. I don't give a dog if you just drop back and throw it out of bounds. But you got to make the team play a certain way where they cover the entirety of the field and have that mindset, hey, even though, and he did it in that Steelers game, but, he didn't go back to it the next game. But even though we are planning to stop CD, even if CD run lazy routes, which that's been refuted, but that's a whole nother conversation. He have to give some type of an illusion. And I get it. Dak got a lot of things on his table. He got a lot of pressure, and hopefully, salute to him. He's getting engaged, or he got engaged. He got on one knee. He proposed to his lady. That's one thing that he don't have to worry about. And hopefully his lady people are planning the wedding on the best day possible for him. He done got his entirety of his home bulldozed down. That's a lot of stuff going on, man. He don't go back to his house to go to sleep anymore. It's on studs right now. They talking about constructing and getting the room this size and that size. That's a lot of stuff on your head. That's a lot of unwarranted pressure, y'all. Now, to a millionaire like Dak, maybe it's not. But to the average Joe Blow, you get your house towed down, and have them people calling you every day. What's the dimensions that you want in this room? What dimension you want in that room? And I'm just telling y'all, that's how it is, Shoot. And then, getting married, how much money are we willing to spend? All of that stuff. What day we going to have it on? Who's invited? Who's not invited? That's a lot of stuff. Hopefully, Miss Prescott, she can handle all of that, and she can take the burdens away from that. But now you got a baby that's crying every night. You got to change diapers That's a lot of stuff outside of football pressure that everybody have to go through in life with. And he hitting them right now on a year that everybody looking at him. Everybody looking at him, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why Dak has a personal assistant. Yeah, and Willie T, I hope that personal assistant. Let me move on from there. Yeah. From the 203, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Lord.
Yeah.
Lord, what's up, brother?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me.
Lord, listen, man. This your boy from New Haven, man. Remedy. I called you, was it last year, a couple of years ago when I was in Philadelphia?
Okay.
Doing my thing. Lord, we done. I'm sorry. We done, man. It hurts me to my soul, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why is that, man?
Anything that starts rooted in a lie can't survive. Prosper. Didn't Mike McCarthy get the Dallas Cowboys job? He started off lying.
Yeah, he did a remedy. He did what you and I would done too. Now, we would embellish. We would embellish a little bit.
If you go trying to get a bank job and you talk about you done got your accounting degree, and every night your drawer coming up short, your ass is fired.
But that's 5 years. That's 5 years ago, though, bro. That's a long time,
But. Yeah, but that just goes to show how inept Jerry Jones
4 years
and
ago,
the rest of them are at their job, bro. Jerry Jones wants to take a lot of credit for things that he had no credit for. We know Jimmy Johnson built the whole team and all of these things. We know that was Jimmy Johnson and them.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones wants to have credit when actuality he don't know what he doing. And I'm sorry, when Mike McCarthy came, Lord, I had a lot of hope for Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, we all.
McCarthy, he lied, talking about he gonna run the ball. Everybody know that football is consistency. So you mean to tell me at Pittsburgh, Rico Dotto had his best game he ever had with us, and when we played Detroit, as soon as I seen Zeke Elliott start, I said, "Oh, we done."
We cooked. But let me say this though. And
Yes, sir.
Remedy, God dog, boy, you got some good energy today, man. And we needed this call like last week or last year. The problem is with all of this is this right here. Jerry Jones decided to keep Mike McCarthy. He didn't fire nobody after that Green Bay's game. He allowed Dan Quinn to walk without repercussions, without rules or anything. He allowed him. He never got fired, right? And we have been operating out of comfort. You saw the video that I played earlier that Mike McCarthy has bought into the philosophy that we like our guys instead of being real with himself and the defense, instead of being real, because we have hired a bunch of guys that just said to themselves, we are satisfied to get the check. Mike Zim didn't.
That's right.
That's just what it is. Mike Zim didn't bang the table and said, hey, after a few weeks of looking at these guys, I need a real bona fide player. No, they just said we can fix them instead of going out there and go getting them, you know. And the guys that we went and got, Linval Joseph, he got an AARP card. Jordan Phillips, he couldn't bust through a wet paper bag, even though we were satisfied with the bigger body, but he's not even on nobody's roster right now because if he's hurt with his wrist or something. So we are in a situation where we are complacent, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
It's sad, man. It's sad because I got the star tattooed on my heart, man.
Yeah.
And this is so sad. I don't even have hope for the rest of this season. And I'm sorry because you want to know what? When we come out against San Fran, it's going to be the same thing. Mike McCarthy has no flavor, no flair. He lost the locker room, whether people want to admit it or not. Men, real men, alpha men, the only way you're going to lead alpha men is you need another alpha, and he's not that.
He definitely not, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Chief. Good call from you.
Hey,
That's Remedy.
Last thing, Lord, we need to get a lot of baby oil floating around that team, man. We need to get that baby oil the hell up out of here, man. They need to stand on principle, man, and get busy, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate
it, brother. Yes, sir.
That baby oil, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go buy me some baby oil stock, just in case somebody get crazy with it, you know, with the baby oil theory. I got B-Bird, then I got Glenn Law, and then we have Big Amish. All right, B-Bird from the 409, what's on your mind? Talk to me, man.
I'm doing good, Law. Can you hear me good, man?
Hey, I can hear you well. Mm-hmm.
And so one thing, and I caught your show late. I am going to go hit it on a rewind because I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
But one thing I was going to say I did catch is that I like Dak Prescott as a quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I think you can win the Super Bowl with him with the right culture. You know, I always say that, and right coaching. But one thing I wish he would go. I wish he'd go let Aaron Rodgers on us and start complaining about some of his stuff, because I think to his detriment, he's hey, what the coaches say do. I just do what the coaches do.
Yeah.
But when you in the year that he's in, 8 or 9. Hey, it's time for you to kind of grow up here and say, no, man, no, we need this and we need that. You know, we need all these things. And I think his mindset is the same mindset that he had as a rookie.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I just think that I would like for him to say, no, man, we need to upgrade the receiver core. Not throwing them out on the bus, but just asking for things and saying, hey, man, look, you know, I need this or we need this, and we'd be better if we had that. And I think he has enough. He's been around. He got enough clout to do that, and he's just not doing it. But another thing too is, if you look, what coach has done that for Dallas, and what quarterback has done that for Dallas? I don't know if they get in here and get up under the weight of the culture that the Joneses have already made, and they just say, "Hey, ain't no sense in me doing that." You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're thinking they'll be tossing their head up against a brick wall.
Yeah, you know, B-Bird, that's I like everything about Dak. I like everything about Dak, but that part, the the play it safe, Paul.
Kind of a company, keeping a company line.
Yeah. He throws it like he throws an INT. He goes to the sidelines and look at the damn tablet. Like I want him to. When he throw that damn INT on the sideline, he at least going back and forth with CD. And I get it. That's not going to look good on TV. And I get it.
Yeah.
Or at least talk to the offensive lineman and say, hey, this is what I saw. This is what I need to have an adjustment with. Or I don't know, man, because at this time, we can say that we want them things, but then all of a sudden it get blown out of proportion. But who in the hell? But who's gonna fire Dak? Nobody can fire Dak. He's 5 years in. He's got $250 million. Need to move around. Like, hey, if I F up, it's my F up. But it's still, if someone else F up, oh yeah, I'm gonna chewing you up. That's the only thing.
The thing about it is, man, is that sometimes I think what Jerry's built. He built the brand of the Cowboys up. I think it's a detriment to us. I think the players fall up under the weight of that sometimes too. And some people say that, hey man, they pros. But being a professional football player in Dallas versus Jacksonville are two whole different things. You are always on the media's radar when you're in Dallas. So don't think that they don't watch how they operate. Sometimes that'll quell the passion because. Just like when CD was saying something the other day about throwing the ball up. They wanted to take that and run with that thing so bad, man, on that interception they threw in the end zone, I think a couple of games ago. The media wanted to take that and run with it, man. But it wasn't that. He just said, hey, man, just throw it up in the air. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But that never, in Denver, that never happens, right?
Right.
In Denver, that doesn't happen. In Jacksonville, in Carolina, that doesn't happen, man.
Right.
So, I mean, it's different playing in Dallas, man.
I know it's a different flow, and we're asking for these things, but it will be something continuously that's said on a negative connotation. But I get.
I got one thing to say, Lauren. I'm gonna get off. I heard Cam talking about dogs. We need more dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard somebody say San Francisco need more dogs?
No.
Have you ever heard anybody say Pittsburgh? They just okay. Have you ever heard them say that Pittsburgh need more dogs?
No.
In Kansas City, have you ever heard about Kansas City need more dogs? See, when the culture is right, the culture will create dogs. It allows dogs to be created. But when the culture is like this, dogs can't be created. They come here to be neutered, man. And think about the coaches, the players that came out of college that was dogs and everything. They neutered here, man. That's what I'm telling people, man. And Law, I always say culture. If we get this culture right, man, things are going to turn around. Yeah. I'm not saying Washington is a playoff team. I'm saying that they get the culture right, and now we have a beast to deal with in Washington for the future years. You got that owner out. They're toxic, bad culture owner. You got just a regular old-fashioned owner in there. Let everybody do their job. Let the football people do the football things.
Yeah.
And watch how that thing turns around, man. That's all I wanted to tell you, man. I'm going to keep listening. I'm going to rewind it back and listen to you again, man. I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt, man. That's B Bird, man, with the great conversation. And there's no, we always got to say this because people understand that Dak Prescott do get over-criticized, right? And you get over-analysis of Dak Prescott, and I get all what people are saying with that. All I'm asking Dak Prescott to do just a little bit is to have a little bit of this in him,
Enough's enough. The babysitting's over. Hey guys, that's a embarrassment out there. That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the now or hugging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach who won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively who won't do anything about it. I mean, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Babysitting's over. Hey guys, that's a embarrassment out there. That's
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again.
Anybody up the now or hugging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get.
I'm gonna play it again so y'all understand.
I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively that won't do anything about it.
That boy said, Troy. He was trying to save him. He was trying to save him. So not just that, before I let my guy Glenn on, what I was doing here is also we need a little bit of this.
We're calling the plays, all right? We gotta run the ball. Six down there. Let me pass, block. We'll run the ball. Can we run it down there? Just play center. Run it down there. We're calling the plays, all right? We gotta run.
So we just need just a little raising of the voice. It ain't gonna hurt. I'm just showing y'all two guys that have gold jackets, dare I say, and multiple Super Bowl rings. So we just need a little bit, just a little bit of aggressions, man. From the 202, Glenn Law, you live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Law? Thanks for taking the call. Great show as usual. So I think I agree with the last caller. I don't think McCarthy, even if he had better players, I don't think it would be much different. And the reason why I say that is because if you can't max out what you do have, why should you get more? In other words, we're seeing certain flaws in his philosophical approach to offense, right?
Yeah.
There's tape out there. I think Troy Aikman talked about it. The community, YouTube community, and the content creators such as yourself, you guys have talked about it. I'm sitting at home, I'm watching other teams play, and I'm seeing receivers wide open. If you say, well, my offensive line can't block, I have offensive line problems. Well, have you maxed out your own play designs? Mm-hmm. Have you tired out the defensive line with more runs? Are you using 2 tight end sets? Are you going under center to show power to disguise the pass?
Yeah.
Are you using more pre-snap motion? It's a preview for both your quarterback and your wide receiver before the ball is even snapped. I mean, these are just basic principles that he doesn't seem to get. Your first 15 to 20 plays, that shows me whether or not your coach has actually done their homework. You look around this league, we're getting cooked by the decent coaches. We're getting cooked. And it's really the first quarter we're getting cooked. And that's when your offensive play caller brings out usually their best, most effective stuff to set the table.
Yeah.
And I think McCarthy is getting exposed to a degree because at least Dan Quinn, and again, I had my issues with Dan Quinn, but he brought a lot of pressure, and he put a lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback, and we got a lot of turnovers, a lot of short fields, a lot of extra possessions. We're not getting that now. And so I think McCarthy's being more exposed than he otherwise would have been. And there's nobody to hide it. And I think that's what's going on.
Man, and you're right on it. We just got to demand it. I know for sure when we have these conversations, it may not ever get to the head coach or the owner and general manager. But I know for sure it's getting to the family members and some of the players, because when I'm out here, they say, "Man, I watch your show, man, great show. Keep going, keep telling us the truth," all of this stuff. So hopefully, if we can just slowly say what we want, that it fall upon one person's ear, that it can change their mindset. And I think that's another piece of the problem is the mindset of the boys. If we can just change just a small piece, then hopefully it gets down to, the coaches and beyond. That's our only hope for right now. Man, I appreciate you so much, Glenn, for calling in.
All right, can I say one last thing before I go along? Just one last quick thing on defense. And this is where I do think the game has passed zero by as well, because, frankly, if you don't have grade A defenders on the field because of our injuries, I think you have to be more creative on defense and show more pressure. I get it. Detroit, lined up, they're better than us, right? They have better personnel right now. But the one thing I'm not going to do as a defensive coordinator is play back and hope for the best. No. That's a recipe to definitely get beat. I'm at least going to show pressure. Maybe I bring an extra guy, maybe I don't. But you're going to play chess, and I'm not going to just sit back and watch like Zimmer's been doing. And that's all I got on the defense. Well, thanks for taking the call.
Great call from you, man. It's Glenn. Glenn Law. Got JV, man, from the 901. Go ahead, spit your mind, dog. Talk to me.
Law Nation, what's going on? How you doing?
Man, better than I deserve, bro. Talk to me.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much. I just want to talk to you about last time I was here. I was upset about the loss and everything, and I made it know how my feelings about the Joneses and how they run this team and things that do occur. But I also want to let folks know, I am upset with the Joneses. I always end up upset with the Joneses from the way that they run this team since they've been owning this team. But we have to also take into consideration we are 3-3. Mm-hmm. Things can change. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said to you last time, a couple of changes that could be made is what you expressed, and that was the offensive play calling. I mean, especially with motion on the offensive play calling. I mean, we had so much success with just the play calling itself, especially when we incorporate motion with it. Now, I don't want to just deal with total doom and gloom at week 7 of the NFL season.
Right.
You know, and I need everybody to get off that boat. But I mean, calling out Jerry Jones for the way he does things, he needs to always hear that in order for him to finally make a change, because he's relying on fans who write letters, and we know those type of fans because we ain't sitting up here writing all this stuff all the doggone time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so just everybody, let's get on board. Listen to our guys. Listen to our guys, Law Nation. Listen to our guys, Boss Cowboy. Listen to our guys, Landlord. Listen to our guys, Lou Tate. Listen to our guys and our ladies, you know, Jazz and Stargazer and all our folks. You know what I'm saying? So listen to Skywalker. You know, and let's get on board to become one voice. Ain't right at Jerry Jones, man. You got to do better all the damn time.
No
if
doubt.
You're going to sit up here and hold this title of a general manager, president, owner, and all that there. And if not, keep on aiming that voice right at Jerry Jones. Get the hell out the way.
Man, that's a good point, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right now.
You have a good one, man. And be safe
You
out
too,
there,
brother.
bro. Yeah.
All right.
Good call from y'all. That's my guy JV. As let me see if I'm fixing this up. The available free agencies that's out here. All right, and we down to the 202, and then we're gonna close out with the 305. 202, what's new, man? Talk to me.
Hey, Law. This is the Big Amish calling in.
Yeah, it's Big
and I'm
Amish.
going to preface my comments by stating all I know is about churning butter and building some shaker roofs. But my observation is as follows. Jerry Jones is the biggest P.T. Barnum lookalike that I've seen in recent times.
Yeah.
And that's because, think about it. You showed those highlights back in the 90s with Troy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
That there was a commitment to excellence, but he had his ass kicked early on in his career, right? They went 1-15, 3-13, whatever they did. They had growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
Not that everyone should have growing pains. It hurts. But, you know, when Dak was thrown in, they won 13 games. You know, but I think it starts, you know, whatever I have issues with Dak Prescott, you're right, it's that rollout. That's what he was great at, or very good at, and he excels at it. The fact that they're not going to it is not because of stupidity or negligence, it's malfeasance.
Right.
It's intentional. You can't be that dumb. You can't be Mike McCarthy dumb. You can't be. Jerry Jones knows, of all people, Jerry Jones knows what it takes to win.
He knows
and
what
he
it
knows
takes.
what it is to be poor as well.
He got to figure it out, you know, and
well, maybe he doesn't. And that's why I'm raising it. Because
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't, because that's his Super Bowl. He's winning. He's able to buy a $250 million yacht without winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you're
so
right.
what I'm suggesting to you is, if you're a player, and I mean, and there are some great players on the team, but even great players, if you, and it's like in a family, if your mother tells you, take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
You worked too hard today. And you might like, no, Dad said I got to get this done, or else I'm going to get my butt whooped. No, don't worry, I'll take care of that. That's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is coming out. Come see me. You had a problem? As long as you're a yes man, you could do what you want. I mean, of all things, you bring back Ezekiel, and I love Zeke.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But you don't win championships by putting him at a starting role.
Yeah.
If he's in a supportive role, you need an extra lineman to protect Dak in a pass protection scheme, when it's late in the game or what have you. Or even our schemes, there's no scheming at all to try and win.
It's just
like
it's just
telling you,
they're
go
satisfied.
Get some fresh milk, and,
Yeah.
and Jerry Jones is telling you to get fresh milk, and he's telling you to go milk the bull. It doesn't. You're not going to get what you want. The results are going to be the same. You're going to be unsatisfied, and it's going to leave a lot of regret, right?
No doubt, man.
And so they're following. I'm just saying they're following. It seems Jerry Jones, and you couldn't get your credentials, right? Because you're not a yes man.
No,
you're going to expose the truth.
Yeah, they won't
So
let me get
even if there
mine.
are players out there who are trying to win, it flows from the top, and it's the coaching as well. Mike McCarthy, he may want to win, but is he committed? You showed that highlight of Troy Aikman, Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson. They would move earth, mountains, to get the players they needed.
Yeah.
And fire them and bring others in.
Man.
Now it's just everything is okay. It's okay to do this.
Man, big.
Okay.
Big. I
Because at the
appreciate
end
you
of
so
the
much
day-
for calling in,
Oh.
man. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah. But man, you spitting fire. They love you, man, in the chat. Hey, continue to spit that truth, man. I thank you for calling in, bro.
You got it.
Good
Thanks.
call from the 202, man. Last but not least, from the 305, what you got for the nation? What you got here? What you got?
Yeah.
What's
You hear
good?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
What's your point?
I finally got in. Hey, y'all,
okay. Yeah,
I
what
just
up?
want to say great job on the podcast, man. I've been watching you for the last couple of years. Bro.
Thank you,
You've been
bro.
doing both. I got two questions, bro. The first question is, do you know anything about the Dak Prescott contract? Do he still got the trade clause in that?
Yeah, it rolls over, so he still got the trade. There no trade clause, no franchise tag. So he's here. He's here to stay. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I'm thinking, man, and this for the fans too who listening, man. Y'all don't think Jerry tanking this year to do some high draft pick?
I
For the
mean,
last couple of years, we've been drafting in the middle. I mean, we've been 12-5. We've been, going to the playoffs even though we don't win. But you don't think,
according to Mike Fisher, they are soft rebuilding, and they are quasi organically tanking. But that's the look. If I'm 82 years of age, man, I'm going out my way. I'm going out guns a-blazing. But if you are 82 and you feel like you're invincible and you're putting salt in your McGriddle, you think you got another 82 years to live. So Jerry Jones don't have that fight or flight mentality, and he's playing the long ball. So we know for sure that the talent on his team is not equivalent to the other teams that's out there. But to Jerry's mind, to his, those are his precious. Those are his babies. Those draft picks means the world to him. So that's just the problem that we are exhibiting, because you got someone who believe that they are not doing anything wrong and they're doing everything right. And we are the fools. Because we don't make $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? If we're making billions, then he probably would listen. But he said he's not going to listen to people with a microphone, right? So this is how it goes, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. But thanks for taking my call. I just want to say, man, I just been thinking lately, man. This is the perfect season with the hard schedule. that hey, why not tank and try to get some higher draft picks than we've been getting for the last couple of years?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is. That look, anytime that we get a chance to draft a little bit closer, that will help us out. But, it is what it is, man. Appreciate you for calling in from the 305.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, good call from him. And we're in a terrible situation with that.
Goodbye.
Thank everybody, man, for y'all support. I'm going to read the super chats, man. Man, oh, man. We are, and it's, I don't like doom and gloom talk. I'm looking for solutions. I'm a solution provider, right? And we can say X, Y, and Z things about this team, but I think that we still have a fighter's chance. I think that we still have opportunities to turn things around. Like I said, I will not fold and say, yeah, man, we don't have a chance to beat the damn 49ers. I'm not saying that. No. I'm going to tell y'all we got a fighter's chance, and this is a situation that we got to continue to excel in. Let me see if I can get to the super chats, man. Appreciate y'all so much. If I miss out your super chats, keep in mind that I still get a sheet of everyone who donated to this channel, and it goes to your drawings so that you can win this beautiful helmet. This is an actual Cowboys helmet, and I got the visor here that's going to come with it. The total value is about north of $350. You can do whatever you want with it. All I say is, if you end up being an Eagles fan that wearing that helmet, just let us know, man, so we won't send that helmet out to you. Also, it comes with this visory right here, football visor for helmets. Yeah, it blocks out UV, great anti-scratch. So you're getting a great deal by supporting the nation. Your name could be in the chat. Your name could be in the earnings there. Jay Recruiter states that the Cowboys are fine. Mixture of injuries and young talent set the team back for a minute. Long season, folks. Yeah, it's a long season. And the conversation could be differently once everything is going in the right direction. Got a super chat from JD from DC. He states, for $1.99, still laughing at the Chat GPT comment. Boy, it's funny when you got me going back over that. Below the heavens for a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you. He says, Dak got the bag. He has a daughter and is going to get married. It's over. Football isn't priority or isn't number one priority anymore. I mean, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? And when you play in this sport called football, it can go both ways. Either he can spend more and more time thinking how I can improve my particular team, or he can look back at this situation and say, hey, man, I got a daughter. Instead of looking at 15 to 20 more minutes of film, let me go ahead and take care of what's mine, right? So those are the different approaches of life. And I'm going to tell you. And then you're having different kids keep you up at night differently. I know my firstborn, she never went to sleep. You think I don't sleep? Lauren, shoot, she be up all night, man. It been days where, shoot, I'm sitting here sleepwalking and trying to get things going. But when she's my why, when it's time for me to get to work, it just seems like God give me extra strength to get things going. But granted, I'm a team of law. You're not a team of multiple guys that sit on a team of panel. So what blessed me is that I went into work and I didn't, my win to loss ratio wasn't on a damn game. It was on my productivity, and I still was able to execute. So those are just different ways in how you can look at life, ladies and gentlemen. So what I can tell you is that this will be pressure off of Dak Prescott once he jumped the broom. I don't know if he's going to jump the broom in that culture. I don't know. Dak's a different dude. But once he jumped the broom with the lady, maybe he don't have to worry about, asking those little subliminal messages. She's sending him other pictures of other people getting married, or she talking about, hey, when you do you love me, and then all of this stuff. It will be a situation whereas they got a date, they're gonna figure out the venue, they're gonna figure out their guest plan, and now she Miss Prescott now. You know what I'm saying? So that may be a situation whereas, you know, that's a better view for him, less pressure, you know. So that's just how it is, you know. So neither here nor there. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all enjoy yourselves, man, and just be positive with it, you know. And also check out my guy. He's
Part
live
of guessing
right now.
what's wrong with your YouTube videos? Well, vidIQ has the answer.
vidIQ, hold on with it.
Commercial.
Here it is. I don't have YouTube Premium.
My running back.
So be sure to go and raid my guy channel right here, and that is Rome. I don't think he don't do a good job at all. He do a great job. Raid Rome channel. He's live. Yeah.
This money make it work. What?
Yeah.
That's like buying a really expensive car and putting water in it, saying you should run on water. It costs so much. Why you need gas?
I need to see fire emojis on my guy Rome channel that y'all going over there.
Car, I ain't gonna wash it. It should wash itself.
Yeah, he's spitting the truth. Yeah, he's spitting the truth. Yeah, y'all
you buy
go.
a peak machine, you also put money into it so you can get peak what? The same rocket science. If you buy a peak machine, you put money into it so you can have
Raid Rome's channel on my way out. I post a link.
You would have did everything. Let me make sure I got my investment.
I'm gonna see y'all put some fire in the chat before I get up out of there. Go to his channel and put some fire in the chat and tell Rome Law is sending fire over there. He's live right now.
Keep it tuned up. Make sure.
Come on, I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a shout out when y'all get to his channel. Come on with it.
Get him some weapons.
Get that man some weapons.
Lower tier weapons. Outside of CD Lamb,
come on with it.
My brother DMV, we was in the group chat earlier going
Come
crazy.
on with it.
Outside of CD Lamb, y'all name another weapon on this.
There we go. See some fire over there. And as this room continue to build up, I want to tell y'all, as we depart, a prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down, even when the circumstances are not where they supposed to be. We continue to fight. Look at all that fire. I want to see so much fire on his page. So much fire on that brother's page. Because I know the hard work and dedication for the nation is here live in the fleck. I want to see that brother get to 30,000 subscribers too, so subscribe to his channel. Let's do this. Because even in life, when the opposing forces is pulling, we need to be like a knot on a rope. And we need to get tighter and stronger together. We need to have more than one dimension. A one-dimension team is easily broken. So hopefully in Jerry Jones' thick skull and stubborn mind, that all of a sudden a light bulb clicks on and wishful thinking begins to set its ground. We need run game, we need pressure from the interior, and we need a wake-up call to say that Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, both of the Jalens, they good, but not as number two. The reality check needs to be delivered. And Jerry Jones is looking, oh, yeah, that's the reality check. Mama said, there'll be days just like this. But I'm going to say this in closing. How determined are you to make things happen? If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, Ghostface said, "We are not the prize fighter. We are opening act." But we need to do something, Ghost. We need to show something. You know, let them know that we standing tall over here with the opening act. Last I checked, we are the defending divisional champs, and it's not out of reach now. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdy and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and all that you dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, let's say it, Troy.
Hey guys, that's a embarrassment out there. That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the now we're hogging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being the guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done their job all night.
Come on, Troy.
Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively that won't do anything about it.
What's your point?
I mean, enough's enough.
Enough is enough. Even a rabbit got teeth. Come on, baby. Let's go. DC for life, not for short. And be sure to check out my guy page, man. Rome is burning over there. Come on with it. Put Rome on fire over there. Come on, one more time. Put Rome on fire. Click that link. Be sure to subscribe and watch Rome as I get on up out of here. DC for life, not for short. Baby, we about. Roll those credits. Come on with it. Oh, wrong one.
Give me my theme music.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I'm really in the field,
It's an evil world we live in.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Come on, baby.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still sit and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty.
T-Moo Jerry!
For the bag, and that's
come on
to me.
Hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it
Let's
up.
go Giants, baby. Yeah. Come on, Giants. And let's go. Let's go, Panthers, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, Panthers.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's the better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
Yeah, come on, Panthers.
You're crying.
I'm hurt.
And come on, Giants.
I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go, birds fly, eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champions.
Let's get on up out of here, man.
What's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Give me my theme music.
What is your counter? What is your damn counter? Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Well, what I'm saying is that they are known knowns and that they are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
What's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save a last bite for you.
Hey, you.
For you.
What we tell them? Don't let the street light.
All alone.
Come on with it.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
What's your counter?
Don't let the street lights.
What's your point? What's your point?
Might be on. Play it too.
She's swallowed.
I'll follow.
Come on, baby.
Wherever you go.
What is your counter? What is your damn counter?
Play it too.
Until next time. DC for life. We up out. Peace.